The ability to live without debt is something that many people desire. Imagine having enough money to avoid working unless you truly want to. Imagine not worrying about money ever again. Having the freedom to leave your employment without consequence, or perhaps retiring earlier than intended, allowing you to pursue your passions. The truth is that financial freedom seldom and typically does not happen immediately, even if you have enough money to comfortably cover your needs. And to achieve it, there are steps that must be taken. I do, however, have a question for you beforehand. How far are you on your journey to financial freedom? Knowing where you stand can help you make decisions about how to make your goals much simpler. But before we get into that, I just want to say a quick hi and welcome you guys to Blue Collar Investing, personal finance and investing for the average Joe. Discover the path to success in the world of finance and learn how you're gonna make it even with your own 9-to-5 job. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up before we proceed to the video. Now think of oneself as being dependent. If your income is insufficient to cover your expenses, or if it is currently negative, you are a dependent if you still depend on your parents or any other source of financial support. It could be an uncle, a family member, or even a friend. Almost everyone, including you and I, has depended on someone at some point. People who are still living with their parents, like students or a bachelor or bachelorette, who is having financial difficulties are typically included in this section of our list. You could become completely financially dependent if you don't make wise plans, as in retirement. You will probably rely on your children this time rather than your parents. You will pass through this stage if you secure a reliable job or source of income. Now, financial solvency. That is the next level. The stage of survival is solvency. And this is the situation when your expenses are less than your income. At this point, you have enough money to meet your financial obligations, such as paying your bills, but not much. You are, however, still susceptible to any unforeseen developments at this point. For you to reach this stage, you may need to find a higher paying job, or find a way to increase your income, or even cut back on your expenses if you are making money but still having financial difficulties. To get here, you may have found full-time employment, or perhaps you found a better paying job to support your lifestyle. Now, the following stage is financial stability. Your ability to make monthly savings will serve as a marker for this level. The financial stability stage involves building a base savings that can support you in the event of emergency or new life circumstances. If you are liking what you're hearing so far, please don't forget to hit subscribe and give us a like and a comment so we know how we're doing. Also, share this to your friends and family who you know will learn a lot from what we are discussing for today's video. Alright, so let's get right back into it. Here you can start saving once you can comfortably fulfill your financial obligations, consistently pay off debts, and minimize costs. At this point, it is common to have a few debts. You might still be in the process of paying off your mortgage or school loan, but you've paid off a majority of your consumer debt, and there is no need to incur any further debt. In this stage, you should no longer see money as a safety net, but as a tool that you can use to build a life you've always dreamed of. Now let's move on to the next stage, and that is debt freedom. In this stage, you've established enough stability in your expenses and managed to start setting aside money for an emergency fund. Now, if you get it right at this stage, you should have enough money and means to not only survive, but start thriving. You don't live a hand-to-mouth existence anymore. This is when the value of money is more than just a safety net, and is now a means to help you create a much better, more comfortable life. In addition, you can start using your money for investing purposes. Now let's move on to the next stage, and that next stage is being financially secure. Financial security means having enough financial assets to cover your expenses, emergencies, and retirement without ever worrying about it running out. In addition, people who are financially secure typically do not have consumer debt and can consistently save money for future needs, while at the same time meeting all of their monthly financial obligations, paying off high-interest debt, and saving money strategically for different goals. Now, these goals include an emergency or rainy day fund, retirement investment, etc. You want to accelerate your progress. It helps to focus not only on ways you can save money, but also ways you can earn more. Once you are able to pay your basic expenses with your investments or income, you have reached the financial security stage. Now let's look at the next stage of financial reliability. This stage primarily consists of seeing the importance of a solid investment. If you've regularly been putting money away between stages 2 and 4, you will have invested in solid assets that can provide short, medium, or long-term returns. You have achieved this stage. However, this does not mean that you can now resign from your job. It would be best if you still work more to cover your expenditures. Now the next stage is financial freedom. In this stage, your investment income should be adequate to prove your required costs as well as additional extraneous for the rest of your life. You might even be ready to quit your job and do the things you've always wanted to do without having to worry about money. You are truly financially free and independent at this moment, and in every sense of the word. And the final stage is financial abundance. Believe it or not, this is an actual financial stage, and it carries a relatively significant burden with it because your accumulated wealth surpasses your lifestyle needs. You now have to decide how to properly manage the surplus in this final stage. You have enough funds left over from your passive income to invest in other businesses, purchase more properties, give to charities, or even establish your own financial abundance. While financial freedom may seem like a goal, it is in fact a journey. Being aware of the stage you are at in this journey is necessary to enable you to employ the appropriate strategies. It is worth noting that the destination is very personal, which is why you have to set your own goals that define that ideal future you've always been working on. And there you have it, folks! If you enjoyed learning about the world of finance through this video, please hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment down below. Don't forget to also give us a thumbs up so we know how we're doing. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I will see you on the next video.